guys. So, as the title indicates, I am trying to get away from this window. I am packing up a bunch of eBay sales. I had 7 eBay sales today. Let's see. I'm gonna be looking at the computer and printing and putting information in as I talk to you. So, just so you understand what's going on. Yeah, so 7 eBay sales today for a total of $110 gross. Some of those were free shipping, so I'll take shipping out of it, but still not bad. And eBay sales have been growing a lot. In this particular one, I am sending out CDs and DVDs. So this was a lot of 50 DVDs. You can see it here. Whoop, whoop. All packed in there, 50. And those I sold for 30 bucks with free shipping. I'm kind of playing around with the price points here when it comes to selling things in general, but selling these lots of DVDs, trying to figure out what the best kind of place is for me in terms of around the 50 DVD mark or quantity. It seems that people are willing to spend around $30 with free shipping. So I'm wondering, maybe I'll try $25, or you know what, I could add a little bit more to the shipping, but we'll see. The shipping for this was $8, so 30 bucks. eBay's gonna take a little under 10%, so about $3, and then PayPal will take a little bit. So let's just say $4. So I'm down to $26. Subtract $8, so about 18 bucks. Not a ton of money, but still, I get everything for free. I get the packing material box for free. So all I'm and these are this is the 10th lot, 9th or 10th lot DVD lot of 50 DVDs that I've been selling that I put up on eBay recently. So so these are from one Gaylord, which cost me $200. So it's very inexpensive per DVD. I mean, it probably is, a nickel or pennies or whatever it may be. So just trying to make, some money off of them. Instead of sending them to Declutter, making a lot less, I'm just trying to get as much as I can for them. I actually sold one lot of 50 for $40. So I know people are willing to pay 40 bucks. I might even just list them at $39.99 with free shipping and see, how long it'll take to sell a lot of them, to see if I can make a little bit more. But we'll see kind of where the sweet spot is in terms of profit and how fast they'll sell. Because when I first started selling the DVD lots, I was just doing the 7-day auctions, and I was doing it without free shipping, so they had to pay shipping. But they all sold, but it really varied. I was started at about 10 bucks, and the most that they got bid up to was close to $20, but most of them were like around 15. So I was making a little bit less money than I am selling it even for $30 with free shipping. So I don't know if I even if I put $30, would they have to pay for shipping? I don't know if it'll sell. I know it sells a little quicker with free shipping, so we'll see. But I'm just kind of trying to figure out. Trying to figure out what makes sense for me. So let's see. On mold. Jason said he sold a 6 DVD set on mold casting and monster masks for $75 just in time for Halloween. Yeah, on eBay. So yeah, definitely. There's some individual DVDs and some smaller sets that'll go for really good money. I just found, what do you call it? Not just, but earlier this week, 007 collection of it's 4 volumes of all the DVDs, or of all the movies going back. And I believe, so there's 4 you know, volumes, and they're like this thick. I think I showed it to you, showed you one of them or a few of them in another video. Whoops. And those are going, I think I can sell them for anywhere between like 35, 40. I believe I wrote down to list it for $40. I can't remember exactly. So yeah, and I find stuff like that a lot, where DVD sets that are going to go for some good money, and even individual DVDs. I can't remember what I found. I was just going through some stuff today, and I found some good ones. So yeah, so I made 7 sales on eBay today. Yesterday I made a good amount, probably like 5 or more. I can't remember. And they were all, so this 50 DVD lot. And then I also sold, you know, an Insanity workout from Beachbody with that guy Shaun T. I'm sure some of you have done the workout or at least know about it. But that one I already boxed up. That one's already boxed up here. It was actually an oversized, it was like a long, almost like a book, oversized case, I guess, for all of the DVDs. And actually one of the DVDs was missing from that, and I sold it in the same day. So that one I actually sold, I believe it sold yesterday. I listed it yesterday and it sold yesterday for $25 and missing 1 disc. So whenever I find Beachbody stuff, so whether it's Insanity, P90X, those are the 2 big ones. And I've sold another one that had to do with bodybuilding called like Body Beast or Beast Body or something like that. And that one sold for over $20, I believe. Anytime I find those, I know that they're going to sell right away. I don't think I've had one sit longer than 24 hours. They basically sell right away as long as you price them around what everybody else is. So, whoops. So for the range is like $25 to $30 roughly for Insanity or P90X. You know, if you have all the discs, of course, you get a little bit more money. But even with minus 1 disc, they're still gonna sell. Here's another one. So this one is the P90X. This is a bigger case. This one has 13 discs, I believe, so 12 workout discs, and then it has another DVD. And actually, this one even, whoops, the two middle like cases or pages, I guess, came loose, which is what I put into the listing as well. But you know, someone bought it right away for, I think, either $25 or $29. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I mean, if you see those, whoops, if you're not doing bulk, then you're probably going to see those maybe. I don't even think you would see them at a thrift store. I've never seen them at thrift stores, but who knows? I haven't been looking for them. But if you ever see them wherever, thrift store, garage sale, estate sale, if you can get it for like not much, you know, less than $5. Even if you get it for $5, you can sell it for $25 on eBay and make a good return. So keep your eyes out on that. Eyes open for that, definitely. And P90X, I mean, how long ago did that come out? That came out like the early 2000s, I think? 2002 or something? I'm not sure, but it's at least 10 years plus, and Insanity's been a little while too, and those are still really popular. All right. Wow. Everything just fell on the ground. That was fun. Lord. Everything's fine. All right. So I'm gonna package this one up. Oh, whoops. Ray says, glad to see you making videos more regularly again. Yes, it's good to be back. Even though they are live, it's still nice to make videos. And then Mike says, I just picked up a Tony Robbins 3-part CD set for $2 at Goodwill, worth $70 used on Amazon. Yeah, I sold, or I found an, what do you call it? Tony Robbins. They were CDs. I guess they were a CD set. It was a CD set, and it was complete, and it was still new, all the individual CDs, and it was in the original packaging. I found it at an estate sale for $5, and I sold it for $295 on Amazon. It was my first biggest and largest flip for sure. So Tony Robbins stuff can definitely sell for a lot of money on eBay and on Amazon as well. So some of the other stuff that I sold, I'll show you right now. Well, here. So there's this one, which is, quantum. So it's the Great Courses, which you may or may not be familiar with, and it's quantum mechanics, the physics of the microscopic world. So it's still sealed, even though it's kind of coming off here, but it has not been used yet. So I sold that for $17. And then I sold Learn to Speak French. These are all from the Gaylords. Learn to Speak French for $6.99, free shipping. So, but $6.99. So I'll make like $3 or so off of that. And then I sold Dean Martin, his greatest hits. The Capital Years. Now, this is something that wouldn't make sense on Amazon, or didn't make sense when I looked it up, and I sold it for $9.99, free shipping. And then I sold The Carpenters. Here's another CD that doesn't make sense to sell on Amazon, but I'm able to sell it on eBay and make a couple bucks. So for me, that's worth it. As I build up, just like I did with Amazon, as I build up my eBay inventory, I guess, the sales grow. So it's the same thing as it is with Amazon. The more, or I should say the same thing it is with FBA. The more boxes you send in, the more your inventory grows. And if you're sending in the right kind of stuff, it's actually going to sell within a reasonable amount of time, unless of course it's a long tail and you're going to get a lot of money for it later down the road. Then you're going to build your sales. Your sales are going to grow basically, and you can depend upon on the sales to come in. You know, if you only have 200 items at Amazon versus if you have 1,000 items or 1,200, you're going to have a lot more daily sales, a lot more monthly sales. I mean, logically. So it's the same thing on eBay. I don't have to ship them in anywhere. I just take photos, list them, put them on my shelf, and wait for them to sell. So there's the added bonus of not having to pay to ship them in or to have them stored, which I know is not much. And then it sells, and I ship it myself. Excuse me, I ship it myself. But excuse me. So I'm currently over 100 items listed in my eBay store, and I'm getting. I mean, it varies, but as you can see, today I got 7 sales. Yesterday I got pretty close to that, 5 or 6, maybe 7. And my voice is going. This might not be a very long video, I guess, because I'm talking loudly. Oops. So yeah, so my daily eBay sales have gone up from when I only had like 50 items listed now to having over 100. I think now I have, let's see, active. I have exactly 100 listed. So exactly 100 listed right now, and getting, you know, at least like 4, excuse me, at least 3 to 5 sales a day, but more like 4 to 5. So, excuse me guys, I didn't realize my voice was going to go. But yeah, so about 3 to 5 sales a day with only 100 listed. So I'm projecting out and doing the math, and doubling that would mean I'd be getting close to 10 sales a day consistently, and then get up to 300. Ideally, I'd like to get up to about 400 items listed. The problem the problem is that you know, the more I list, the more I sell. So you know, I may never reach 400, but unless I get someone to help me. But basically, you know, the bottom line is the more items you put on eBay or the more items you put on Amazon, the more you sell. I have about 15 items here, mostly CDs, a couple books here next to my desk that are ready for Amazon. And then I'm going through CDs in the, what do you call it? In the storage unit, and I've already pulled out about 5 or 6 for FBA, and I've only gone through, I mean, not hardly any of it. I have another like 500 CDs to go through. So hopefully I'll get at least 50 or more for FBA plus these. So I'll have about 70, 75 ideally, and then I'll make a shipment because they'll mostly be CDs, so it'll be a small box. And then I'll send those off. But yeah, I've just been kind of swamped with stuff to sell on eBay. Let's see. Sue, I bought a Beachbody set at a yard sale, but it was missing one CD. Sold each disc for $10 each instead of selling as a set missing one disc. Excuse me. Made much more that way. That's true. You could do that, and if that makes sense for you, definitely do it. I mean, that's a good idea. Maybe next time I'll do that to make more money. Let's see. It's amazing to me what you can sell on eBay. That you can sell individual discs, whether they be CDs, music CDs, whether they be workout CDs, or rather DVDs. Excuse me, it's kind of amazing. Excuse me. So Mike said, great courses are almost always great if DVDs or CDs, but be careful that you get the complete set. Yeah. The one I have is sealed. So it's in good condition. I mean, it's in new condition, I should say. Sorry guys, just getting this ready and it's taking forever. Yeah, definitely. Those great courses can be worth some money, for sure. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, so I have a whole stack here of CDs, and then those are a couple of lots, small CD lots. All that stuff is going to go up on eBay. And these are mostly, you know, lower priced CDs, but there's some that are in there that are going for a little more money. But most of them are lower priced, but it's just a way for me to generate more money off of stuff that that I would otherwise either send to Declutter and I would get like 5 cents for, or I would have to put it into a lot and group them together and do all of that. But individually they make me more money. So if I sell one for like $5, free shipping, I'll make at least a couple of dollars. So I just want to fit those in with everything else. You know, like I said, I find a lot of valuable individual DVDs and CDs, and those you know, those are where I get, you know, the more money, and also doing lots and that type of stuff. Whoops. But I'm trying to get out that, you know, another FBA shipment soon. Probably going to be next week. But just trying to, you know, send more into Amazon so I can take advantage of the holidays. And then, of course, going back to school again in January, so trying to send in more books as well. Definitely want to prepare for that if you're a FBA seller of books, because that's right around the corner. Let's see. What was your best find in your Gaylords? That's a good question. I wonder if I can sort this. Not day paid. Blu-ray. I don't even have it in here because it's too old, but so here's one, Basics of Biblical Hebrew video lectures I sold for $50. I sold a lot of Blu-ray movies for $81, but I did find it was like a music production software CD, and I think I sold it for $70. I think so, yeah. I think that's been the highest. So I haven't found anything that is sold for like hundreds of dollars yet. Although I have listed a really high-priced vinyl set that I'm just going to sit on for a long time and see if someone's willing to pay that price or willing to offer me less, which would still be a lot. So I would say, you know, I haven't found like $500 item or even like a $200, you know, individual CD or DVD. I sold a CD for $40 that I pulled out of a Gaylord on eBay. Although in terms of Amazon, I found some more valuable stuff, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. Probably nothing over $100, but individual CDs I found that have gone for $40 to $60 for sure on Amazon, and a lot that were in like the 20 to 30 range, 20 to 40. You know, you get to the point where you can kind of figure out what's more valuable. If you see a CD all the time, you know it's not going to be as valuable. But if there's a CD that I come across that looks unique and I haven't seen it before, and a lot of times it won't have a barcode, I'll definitely look it up. And a lot of the times it's going to be worth some money. Not every time, but a lot of times it's either going to be worth listing on Amazon or eBay, or maybe even both. And there's you just kind of hone your, just like with books, right? If a lot of you are still selling books on Amazon, you get to the point to where you can go to a thrift store or wherever and see a couple hundred books, and you know which ones, just by looking at them, probably are more valuable. Even just amongst the nonfiction, which tend to be a lot more valuable than fiction, you can usually spot the ones that are the most valuable. But of course, it's worth it to scan them, most of them, unless there's ones that you know for sure that you've seen a million times that you're not going to bother scanning. Like What to Expect, When You're Expecting, and those types of things that you may have seen a million times. But there's always stuff that's going to stand out the longer you scan and the longer that you source, which is what happened with me with books and then with CDs, and now it's happened to me with DVDs. Not so much with vinyl, unless it's more about the artist. If it looks like it's something from, classic rock or from that era or whatever, then it might stand out. But definitely with books, CDs, and DVDs. Yeah. So, what else can I talk about, guys? Oops. So I'm kind of getting to the point where I have so much stuff for eBay. It's a lot more that I have for eBay than I have for Amazon. And unfortunately, because I'm not able to sell DVDs on Amazon, all of the DVDs have to go on eBay. So the only stuff I can sell on Amazon in the Gaylords are CDs, video games, and of course books. So, you know, if I go through a whole Gaylord of mixed media, all the DVDs are going on eBay, or they're going to Declutter, some of them. And some of the CDs, or I can scan all of them or look them up, and some of them will be good for Amazon, and a lot of them won't. And I'll be able to sell some of them on eBay and maybe put them in lots, and then the rest go to Declutter. So I'm to the point where I just want to move stuff quickly, get through it, and move it out. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of the process, and that's why I'm been doing a lot more eBay. The good thing about Amazon is, though, once I get enough together for a shipment, I can just pull out the software, AccelerList with my scanner, and within a couple hours, I can have a shipment ready, and then either drop it off same day or have it picked up the next day, whatever it may be, and I'm done, right? And it's out of my hands, and I can move on to getting more Amazon stuff ready or eBay stuff. So that's the good thing. That's what I'm finding out, that I think my business is shifting towards eBay taking up more time, but as I put aside FBA stuff, and also merchant fulfilled here and there as well, but mostly FBA, that I can just get that out quickly, but that can continue to produce sales. So what might end up happening is my eBay sales might end up being more than my Amazon sales at some point, because especially now being Q4 and a lot more sales, my inventory at Amazon is going down, but I'm not sending in as much just because I'm not finding as much, because I'm not just focusing on FBA or just sourcing for FBA. Oh man. So I don't know how to pronounce his name, but JAH Null is asking if anyone makes software that syncs the sale of one item that's listed in 3 locations like eBay, Amazon, and Discogs, and removes the other 2 item listings when one actually sells. So I know that you can. I know there's software will list on Amazon and eBay for you. Isn't Joe Lister one of those? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that there's software that does that. Whether or not it'll take it off, I don't believe so. But, again, don't quote me. Maybe somebody here knows more about that than I do. But that's definitely, cross-listing software is definitely out there. What I find, though, for me is most of my stuff is either Amazon or it's eBay. The only time that it would be both would be if I listed something merchant fulfilled on Amazon, and then I felt that I could get a good price for it on eBay, and I could list it on eBay as well at the same time. But that would be when it would make sense for me currently. Okay. Carpenters. This is a CD, by the way, the Carpenter CD. What is it? Carpenter's 1969, 1973 that I've seen so much. I think I even sold one of these vinyl copy of this on Amazon. But this is just an example of how eBay provides another income and another way for me to move CDs. It's extra money, and take a couple pictures, list it. I mean, when I have 50 items to list, clearly it takes time, but individually just one is not that time consuming. So yeah, so that's been fun. But let's see if anyone knows. Nope, no one has an answer to his question. Oh well, maybe somebody will chime in about that kind of software if you know about it. Let's see. Okay. What else? Yeah. So also, guys, when I I don't know how many of you do eBay, but when it comes to finding boxes and packing materials, I just get my boxes out of dumpsters. I found some really good ones that always produce like on a weekly basis, or even probably every like 3 days. There's probably a lot of stuff, a lot of boxes in there, and I go visit. I go like I don't want to say dumpster diving because I don't literally jump into a dumpster, and I certainly don't dive into it. But I do open it up, or it's open. I look in, and then whatever I can reach. Sometimes I have to like, there's like a place I can put my foot up and get up a little higher if I want to grab something that's a little bit deeper into the dumpster. But I've never actually jumped into one. But if I didn't do that, there's no way I could do eBay with all the different types of stuff I have to ship out that don't fit into an envelope. Whether it's the lots, DVD lots, or smaller lots, or whatever it may be. I mean, I need different shapes and sizes of boxes, and there's no way I could just go out there and buy all those. It wouldn't make any sense financially. So, I mean, if you're doing eBay, or even if you're just doing Amazon and you're using different size boxes to do your shipments, and especially if you're doing merchant fulfilled too, depending on what you're selling, I guess. I guess you wouldn't need big boxes for that, but yeah, you're gonna want to find some good dumpsters. Usually around like the best I find are like small businesses, like what are those called? like a Okay, so like if there's like an optometrist, there's a lawyer, there's a medical office, there's a dentist. Those type of professional offices will produce a lot of great boxes. So they'll get like, you'll find Amazon boxes, and you'll find all different shapes of boxes that they get for all the stuff that they have delivered for their businesses or offices, and you can really stock up on that. And also, I find some good or a good amount of filler. So either like bubble, you know, sometimes the small stuff like this, but usually the bigger bubbles, or even like huge bubble paper, whatever it's called. And then I'll find like, just paper, normal paper, and I use that stuff to fill in the boxes, so I don't have to buy that very often. Sometimes I'll buy like a big roll at Lowe's just to have, just in case I don't have enough filler. But without the dumpsters, and there's no way I could send out all these boxes, and I have a ton of boxes at home, and I have some in my storage unit. So the things you want to avoid when it comes to dumpsters, or businesses, you avoid restaurants and supermarkets because the boxes they usually have are no good, and it's going to be messy. A lot of the dumpsters I go into, it's just recycling, so so I don't have to worry about going through trash, or there being normal trash mixed in with the boxes. So it just depends. But anyway, that's just a little tip, I guess. If you're not currently doing it, you don't have to even go when there's like during the middle of the day or whatever. You could go early in the morning, or you could go after the business is closed, or you could even go on the weekend. Probably if you just went on the weekends, you'd stock up enough. But I never had an issue. Sometimes people, like, if you're there in the middle of the day, someone might give you a weird look or whatever, but I've never had anybody say anything. And it depends on the city you live in. Some cities, though, they don't allow you to take stuff out of the dumpster, and there might be a posted sign. So I would stay away if it says, you know, no dumpster diving or whatever. Um, so it just depends. Sue says she gets boxes from the dollar store. They usually have them broken down and stacked on a cart in the store. And they let me take as many as I want. There you go. So if you go dumpster diving or looking in dumpsters, you don't have to have a relationship, but if you do what Sue does, you know, and you get to know them, and you say, hey, you don't mind if I grab all or some of those boxes, take them off your hands, and, you know, maybe they'll say yes, so they don't have to deal with it. Some people are glad that you're taking their boxes. Because I noticed that some dumpsters get like just packed, almost overflowing. I've even seen them overflowing with boxes. And so if you take some off their hands, I don't think they would mind. So to me, free is always great. I have a low cost of acquiring, you know, right now of acquiring the Gaylords, and then the packing material and the boxes are free. So I'm just paying for, I mean, you know, paying for like paper to print it on and ink. Tape is another thing. I have to buy tape, of course. Whoop. Let's see. If you recycle boxes, JAH says, if you recycle boxes that, what is it? That other collectors bought. Oh, he's just saying remove the barcodes and address labels. Yeah, I always do that. Also, you know, sometimes you don't want to confuse the post office or whatever and have like two different barcodes on there. So, yeah, always remove. I mean, usually I can remove them without much of a problem. Just tear them off if you do it slowly. Oh, yeah. Let's see. So, where am I? Ah. So, yeah. Look in your local dumpsters. And you don't even need to have like 10 dumpsters to go to. I basically have like 3 or 4. There's one that's the best that I find all kinds of good that I find all kinds of good all kinds of good boxes and filler and whatnot in, and then the rest of them kind of fill in the places or fill in the, you know, void or missing. My brain's not working, guys. I'm not talking very coherently right now. But yeah, there's one main dumpster, and then I have another three or so that I go to where I get some other stuff out of too. But that one in particular is pretty good. And over time, I've built up a lot of boxes. But I'll use smaller boxes for my CD lots, and some of the DVD lots and whatnot. And so I'll need some of those like small to medium sized boxes. Let's see. How do I do this? That. So yeah, I think I'm kind of running out of things to say. I don't want to keep you guys here if I'm just going to be working and you're staring at me working and preparing my shipments. Okay, see you, Null. Null is leaving. All right. Yeah. I can't think of anything else to say that's of much interest. So I think I'm just gonna take off now, guys. I gotta finish up the shipments and then go pick up my daughter soon here. So it's been a 40-minute show. Some of it has been of me rambling on or packing or staring at the computer or, you know, losing my train of thought. But that's what happens with these live videos. I'm still, you know, figuring it out, getting better at it, trying to have something to talk about so that I'm not just here kind of umming and babbling on. But I'm glad that we got up to like 21, 22 viewers at one point, which is awesome. I'm trying to grow it so that we can have more of a dialogue. I want to learn from you guys, and whatever I can help you guys with is great. I've only been, you know, I've been selling on Amazon for 3 years and eBay only since April this year, so I'm still a newbie with eBay for sure. I bet you most of you guys who do eBay have been doing it longer than I have. In terms of Amazon, maybe I've been doing it longer than a lot of you guys, but regardless. Oh, someone just asked a deep question. Nefarious, has it been worth it overall? Do you mean selling on Amazon and eBay? Like, period? Because definitely it has. If you mean just anything at all, like, yeah, for sure. I mean, before I started Amazon, I was looking for something that I could generate income and that was very flexible. And I found a guy on not eBay, a guy on YouTube who doesn't really make very many videos anymore, but he sold a ton of books on Amazon. Now he sells a lot less because of all the fees and whatnot. But he was selling a boatload of books and making a lot of money at it. And I didn't realize you could do that, so I kind of followed him and then started stumbling on other YouTubers and then Facebook groups. And yeah, so it kind of snowballed into, in my high point, I had 2,700 items in FBA. Now I'm down to 1,300, low 1,300s. But the stuff I send in sells a lot quicker and the turnover's faster, which is I'm happy about. But yeah, definitely it's been a huge life changer and has enabled me to make money when I have time to, you know, with the young kids and whatnot. If I was doing this full time, I honestly could probably make like double or more than I'm making now. Definitely more than a full-time income. So I'm not sure, Nefarious, if that's what you're asking. In terms of eBay, yeah, eBay's definitely been worth it. I really enjoy eBay. The tedious part is the photos and the listing. The listing more than anything. Listing on Amazon is really fast, and I wish there was a much faster way to list on eBay. That is the one pain in the butt. So anyway, I was about to end the video, but definitely been worth it in terms of just like getting exposure to all of this stuff, the music and the books and making extra money and all of that's been a lot of fun, and meeting all, you know, you guys, even though it is through the internet. So anyway, I totally lost my train of thought what I was talking about before, but yeah, I think I'm going to end the video. And that is the downside to live videos, is that when it's edited, I can edit out all of the times when I'm staring off into space thinking about what was I going to say. I lost my train of thought. Oh well, I can edit all of that out. But when it's live, it's just, that's going to be in there. So, but I guess that's a muscle and a skill that I'm going to be building here, so that that happens less, hopefully, and I kind of keep on track and try to stick to what I want to talk about. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be making some more videos. I would love to make a video, like, maybe not every weekday, but maybe like 3 days a week during the week, not on the weekends, but during the week. And I'm going to try to shoot for that. I'm not going to make any promises, because in the past I tried to, well, I did a daily vlog for a long time, 6 months, but after that I just couldn't keep it up, and I wasn't able to be consistent. So this is a lot easier for me though, simpler, I should say. So I'll try my best to be more consistent with it. I definitely do like to do them and make more of them. So we'll see. Yeah, no problem, guys. You're welcome. And I was gonna end the video. So I started the video with some music, and I wanted to, let's see. I wanted to end the video with a little music and just say, as always. Wait, how does it go? And remember, as always, keep booking, guys. Keep it up, all right? Whether you're selling books, CDs, DVDs, whatever it is, keep it up. See you guys.
Oh.